What is up, y'all? We are back with another video. What type of video? We have another Halloween video. I know you guys really enjoy, talking about Michael and Halloween, but this is a good one. Before we get started, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're almost to 43,000 subscribers. I know we can do it, guys. But to get into this, I want to talk about a Halloween that I feel is very, underrated, and it's not that appreciated in the franchise. And I've been planning on doing this, and I think this is going to be a good video to talk about, when it comes to Halloween. So to push forward and everything with Halloween Kills. Yes, Halloween Kills. When this movie came out, it was pretty much the opposite. The results were the opposite of what I thought it was going to be. And meaning that when we got Halloween Kills, the results in the Halloween community and the horror community, it was just kind of lopsided. A lot of people said, they didn't enjoy Halloween Kills due to the fact of the cringy dialogue, stuff with the evil dies tonight, things didn't make sense. A lot of things with the plot just didn't make sense, especially, with that scene where they were kind of thinking that the guy from Smith's Grove was Michael. He didn't look anything like Michael, and they thought he was James Jude Courtney. After they showed James Jude Courtney, on the television in Mixed Bar, people were like, man, it didn't make sense. It's like they was thrown together. I'm going to tell you why it's underrated, and the thing I'm about to talk about makes this movie a great movie. Now, when it comes to each and every Halloween movie, I feel like none of them was actually Michael Myers movies, if you think about it. Like with Halloween 78, he was kind of in the back for real. We were focusing on Annie, and Lori and Linda. Halloween 2, we were kind of focused on Lori again. Then 4, Rachel and Jamie. 5, Jamie and, Tina. And then you go to 6, the same thing, focusing on other people. And then, go to H2O, same thing. You know what I'm saying? It was never like frontline Michael's just brutal out the gate, and he was like kind of pulling the story together. Michael was carrying the plot, and I feel like that's why you gotta love Halloween Kills, off the fact that Michael Audrey Myers is carrying the story, man. And the reason I like Halloween 2018 is because it's a great kickoff to an amazing, story. We got everything introduced to us with, James Judah Smith's Grove, then we got the ending with him being locked down in the basement with the Strodes, and he's flamed up. And then I remember walking out that theater and thinking, how is Michael going to get out of this, man? I was one of the ones, I didn't notice the little clue with Lori when she lifts up the gun shed and she's like, she's cocking the shotgun back. I waited for this night and everything. I didn't notice that was like that deep. I saw the gun shed, but I didn't know no one can fit in there. And then pushing forward, I remember walking out that theater, and I was like, man, I wonder how Mike was going to legit survive this, man. Like, he's in a hot-ass basement, and, it was bricks and stuff down there, like, just bricked up. It wasn't, like, nothing he can break through. And I said this. I remember saying, only way Michael will survive this if it's something along the lines where they don't know that Michael's in the house and they put the fire out. You know what I'm saying? We might just get a charred Michael. We didn't even get that for. I mean, Michael's half of his mask was burnt in his shoulder, but I thought it was going to be like charred, like resurrection when they unzipped the bag. And, Freddy's like looking like some chicken fried, whatever the fuck he said. Like,
looking a little crispy over there, Mikey. Like some chicken fried, motherfucker.
Like, I thought it was going to be like that, like Michael's losing hair. But I'm glad they didn't go that route, because it's going to probably mess up the look and everything with Michael. I liked how it looked in Kills. Kills is one of my favorite masks that Michael has. But pushing forward, it kind of continues from everything that happened in 2018. It's a fluid, continuation of the story, in my opinion, because it kicks right up from the burning house, Laurie Strode's burning house. And fun fact, did you guys know that James Jude Courtney actually had to pull that off and like really walk through a burning house? That house was really on fire. It was smoky as hell. James Jude actually told us that at a convention we were talking about it, and how he said that basically he had to close his eyes and hold his breath and count his steps. Man, that's just so much dedication. Shout out to James Jude Courtney. But going through that and just seeing how angry Michael was, I think I've never seen Michael that angry in my life. It was either this Michael in Kills or Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 when he did the nurse kill. That was the only 2 times I seen Michael like very upset for real. I mean, you can do Halloween 6, the nurse, killing Halloween 6 where he picks up the big knife and everything and it goes crazy. Yeah, they didn't show too much, but I feel like this when you can see the anger and just the chip on his shoulder, and we got to finally see a brutal Michael Myers, man, that took his kill count from boom to bow. Like, it was just crazy. But he comes out the house and he lets loose. Like, that was one of my favorite scenes from the Halloween franchise, when he has the Halligan tool and he's looking like, you guys don't even know what you just did. From the moment he takes the hand of the firefighter, he's like, we need help over here. He's like, ah. And then Michael comes, oh, it was like a fucking wrestling entrance. And then you gotta peep the little detail when he walks. That's the little detail I like that, they put in there with David Gordon Green and everyone at Blumhouse. When he has the Halligan tool, you gotta notice this. He looks, as soon as he looks, a big breath of fire shoots over him, like almost like a decoration, like, an entrance, bro. I just love that whole scene, how he picks the guy up in the air and he snatches it. It was just so much. It was so different. And I think that's why I love Halloween Kills, for it being different, for us getting to see an angry side of Michael, and basically just being able to say this is a Michael Myers movie. You know what I'm saying? Finally, that's why I think it's so underrated, because we've always wanted these movies from like Halloween, a movie where Michael just loses it, like he crashes out. That's the perfect way to say it. Like, Michael literally, he just crashes out, bro. He lets everything go. He was just trapped in the basement. He got cooked. It damaged his mask. He's upset, and he now knows Karen, Allison, and Lori are out there. They're the ones who locked them in and everything. So it's up from here. So when he sees them, his own pushing through this, Halloween Kills kind of focuses on the town and everything. And at first I didn't like that aspect of it, like, man, it's the town and everything, they're monsters technically. But now, as he gained a little age and everything, and I love it, man. I think Halloween Kills has amazing rewatch value. I think, like, it's true. It's the town, man. Like, when you sit there and think about it, Haddonfield has been through some shit, man, for like 40 years. Michael didn't just take out Lori's friends, bro. He was taking people out. He was causing issues left and right through Haddonfield. If you want to include all this stuff, he went from the house of the Wallaces and everything, going to the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. But even if you want to really stick to that timeline where it's technically just 78, 2018, kills and ends, he caused a lot of havoc. He took away people's children. They were people's kids at the end of the day, bro. He caused havoc, and he was the boogeyman. And over the years, we kind of see him return, and Halloween 2018, he even caused more havoc, taking out the mechanics, and everything is starting to come back up. So put yourself in a citizen of Haddonfield shoes, where it's a man out there taking people out left and right, citizens and everything. They're making the news. It's a real, don't think of it as if you're watching a movie. Think of it as if you're really in Haddonfield, and then kicks back up 40 years later, like, you can't get rid of this guy. Yes, people are going to start saying, okay, obviously the authorities can't take care of him. The fucking firefighters, you know what I'm saying? It's over with. The authorities can't deal with Michael. He escaped. We have to take matters into our own hands before someone else gets took out. That's very important in Haddonfield. You remember seeing, Brackett and everything, and they're in the hospital. They're crashing out. Everybody's crashing out. Tommy Doyle.
Evil dies tonight!
Evil dies tonight!
He was like, you know what? He goes in the fucking hospital. He's like, Lori, I'm going to do this because you saved me that night. Like, everybody's crashing out because he's you cannot touch him right now. He took out all the firefighters. What can they do? He took out a football team of people. You know what I'm saying? And he's just going. He's a shark out there, bro, at this point. He's just taking shit out. And we're seeing everything. We found out along the way he's taking out Marion. Michael, at this point, he was literally hungry, bro. He was hungry in Halloween Kills. Like, he was taking anything out. Bro, to be technical, he wiped the kid. You remember the kid with the skull mask, the Halloween 3 skull mask? He was wiping shit. Even in 2018, he wiped the kid, bro. Like, he was not playing, man. And I think in Kills, the reason you gotta respect it is because we asked for this movie for years, and we finally got it, and they did it right. Michael let loose, bro. Even what did Sandra and her husband do to him? Remember, Michael just went in there, in a deleted scene, he's like wrapping his hand. And fun fact, that was Nick Castle's scene in Kills, where he's wrapping his hand, and the guy's with the drone, he flies in, and Michael knocks the drone down. They should have kept that in there, because it kind of, I see why they didn't keep it in there, because it kind of made Michael look like he was a little human. Like, we know he's human, but he also is, like part supernatural with the boogeyman. He is purely and simply evil. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of made him look a little weak. But I feel like if y'all were gonna make him look weak, I might as well have kept that in there because in ends he looked weak. He's shaking and shit when Corey pumps him up after he takes out Mulaney. Bro, you might as well have kept that scene in there when he's wrapping his hand so people can understand why he's in there looking through the medicine cabinet, wrapping his hand with gauze. So that's how Michael got the gauze on his hand and kills, bro. He went into the couple's house and he wrapped it. He's like, it's a big fella in our bathroom. Is he wearing a monster mask? Like, and Michael was crashing out, bro. He was usually Michael, so sometimes he at least hit you with the head tilt, like he's man. I don't even remember. I remember seeing him doing a head tilt. I want to say it was in the park, bro. I think it was in the park after Carmella. I think that's her name. I think is it McNeil her last name or McClutch or something like that. The one who plays the African American nurse with the gun. After he kicks the door and takes her out, he does the head tilt. But you know what I'm saying? Michael wasn't waiting, bro. He wasn't wasting no time. He took out, the guy, the male nurse in the back, bro. He was wiping shit. He was on top of a car. Like, you gotta love this Halloween. Like, he was going crazy. And if you push forward, it kind of, for me, like, Halloween 2018 was the opener. It was the opener. When it comes to trilogies, it's like a hit or miss with that middle film. It always is. Like, and it's a curse. When it comes to trilogies, usually they don't end well. It's stuff a lot that's out there in the horror community, all that Star Wars, from my knowledge, it just never ends well with that last film. In the middle one is kind of but the opening always is cool. Man, in this case, the middle set the tone. Halloween Kills kind of set that pace thing, and I think that's what messed people up in Halloween Ends. Just admit it, guys. Everybody that's watching me right now, that play a reason, and why people absolutely, positively don't give Halloween Ends the time of day. That's the reason why people don't like Halloween Ends when you think about it, is because Halloween Kills was that good when it came to Michael Myers. And, in general, it was like, damn, y'all gonna do this to him in Halloween Ends, and dude was just cooking. Like, he was going crazy. Like, that was the best. To me, when it comes to brutality, like the boogeyman, Michael Myers not letting up, like, I actually would be scared of this version of Michael on the street. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like 78. Yeah, it's still like, I feel like that 78 type of Michael was almost in that category with like like a Ed Gaines or something. He's in there, out there, like an Ed Gaines or Richard Ramirez. He's like out there, boom, boom, boom. He's still spooky, and you can see the flesh tone of his hands. It's like it's a man under, but you kind of question because you hear the breathing when he's choking. But with Kills, it's like, is he human at this point? Is he human? I think that's what makes him more like eerie and scary, because he's been through the fire. He's been through the ringer. He's been through everything. And it's like, can y'all not work with him? Y'all can't touch him or something? What's going on? Like, that's why the town started crashing out, because it was like, bruh, at this point, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. This is one man. But then Laurie's in the backfield basically saying he's not just a man. The more he kills, the more he transcends.
The more he kills, the more he transcends into something else impossible to defeat.
Into something that cannot be defeated with brute force. I will never forget when she said that. That right there pulls together so much with Halloween Kills. As she's saying it, he's in the end of the movie taking everybody out, taking all the gang out, the mob, whatever you want to call them. He's taking them out as she's saying it. That is literally what Michael Myers is, what Laurie said. The more he takes out people, the more stronger he gets. And we find that out in Halloween Ends. We kind of get a glimpse of it in Kills after, we see everything that happens once Brackett walks up to him. He takes the knife out his back. That was him basically just having a little bit of a little bit of air in him. He just took out Cameron and he could have took out Allison and everything, but it just... Like it or not, Halloween Kills explained a lot, man. It did, even with the attachment to the mask. I mean, we been knew that, but it was so many scenes with the mask for real, like in this trilogy that showed you how attached it was. People started thinking it was gonna be something revealed at the end with the mask. I remember hearing Silver Shamrock, shit going on. People were trying to say that was gonna happen. And it had me kind of thinking, man, like, damn, is it the mask? Because in Kills, once Karen took it off, he left Allison and he chased Karen down, and it was to the point he put the mask back on, bro, in the middle of a whole fight with the mob. Like, before the fight kicked up, actually, like, he looks left and right, like, oh, it's about 20 of y'all, let's go. This is my comfort. Let's go. And he, you know, he took that beating and everything, but he got back up and he wiped everybody clean, man. And to push forward after he does this, he goes over and takes out Karen. He takes out Karen, and I think that's why people give Halloween Ends a hard time, because it's the more he kills, the more he transcends, right, bro? He just took out like 15 people and Karen. So out of nowhere, I guess the wound starts feeling sore and achy, and he just kind of goes over to a cave, I guess. But you push forward, it shows us also in Ends when after he takes out the Mulaney, it literally, that scene is him transcending. When Corey's like, get up, and he stabs the Mulaney, he's like shaking. That's him transcending. You know, he took out Nurse Deb. He had a little bit of energy. You know what I'm saying? He were feeding him like people. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but that's the route they were trying to say. Like, not literally, but it was like it's probably like some type of, it's not even a spiritual thing. I just think it's something with Michael Myers. The more it makes sense. Bro, think about it. In the front yard of Lori's house, he took out the whole firing squad. Of course, he takes out dude, lifts him up, pushes the saw down. It makes like, it literally makes sense, bro. The more he was taking, look how powerful he was in kills. But also, think of how many people he took out, man. Like, compared to the other Halloweens, bro. Think of how many people he took out. He was batshit strong in kills, bro. Like, that's probably the scariest version of Michael besides like Tyler Mane, bro. Like, he meant business, bro. Like, you saw, like, even that part when Karen, when Karen and everything happens with Allison and Cameron has his head out the banister. I'm telling you, still to this day, when he walks past Cameron, he looks and he sees that that's affecting Allison, that he's like hurt. When he twists that neck, that was get back from that basement in 2018. Like, oh, this you love him, right? I'm taking him out. Think about Lonnie. He took Lonnie out, bro. Lonnie ain't do shit to fucking Michael. You see what I'm saying? He was wiping shit, bro. And I'm telling you, that was the smartest decision Blumhouse ever did, because I'm just saying, I know it's a movie and they got to write the story to get to us, but in all reality, if Laurie would have made it to Halloween Ends, like in that, remember the original idea was going to keep it going and Kills Night and shit like that, no cave or no time jump, he would have wiped Laurie with the floor, that Michael, bruh. Like, straight out the gate, how he did. You saw how he did Karen? Bro, he would have wiped Laurie Strode with the floor. And I think that, and she had staples in her stomach. I think that's why they pulled away. Like, yeah. And I think they did say that they pulled away because of the reality of the situation they were in. Like, bro, Laurie had staples in her stomach. She tries to approach Michael in that same night. Boy, he balling her up ASAP. ASAP. It ain't even no fight, bro. And I think that's why you gotta like Halloween Kills, because it set the tone for the trilogy for real, in my opinion. Like, 2018 let us know what we were getting into for real. But Kills, it was the story, it was the town, it was Haddonfield, it was Michael. We knew we got the legacy, characters returning. Think about it, bro. Halloween Kills underrated. It was the real Halloween movie for real. Like, trick-or-treaters outside, and the ending was crazy. Like, I think it's underrated. Next time y'all watch Kills, just take it in for kind of just peep the performance from Michael Myers. Laurie Strode, she was stuck in the hospital kind of as a hat tip, in my opinion, to the original Halloween too. Because you think about it, Halloween 2018 kind of mirrored 78 in some angles. It ain't like a complete, like, it ain't no remake or nothing, but it kind of just shows little pinches here and there of 78. And then if you go to 2, it shows pinches here and there of, like the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. Laurie spent the whole movie in the hospital. Same thing in Halloween Kills. And then in Ends, they don't do no Halloween, 3 type of shit, but they use the font for Halloween 3. They kind of pulled a lot of Christine in there. It was a lot of stuff they did if you kind of look at these movies, man. That's why I say you gotta love Kills for these reasons, bro. I understand the evil dies tonight. I understand the cringy dialogue. Bro, this scene, they went back to 78. They went back to 78, bro. That's how deep this story started getting with Michael Myers. They went back and showed us, even though it didn't mean shit in Ends, which I thought would have been cool, showing that Hawkins finally gets his shot at Michael because he keeps missing through the fucking trilogy. But, bro, they were on to something, man. I'm not gonna lie. With Kills, they was on to something, guys. Like, think about it. Seriously, man. Comment down below what you all think about everything I just talked about in this Halloween Kills video. And let me know, do you guys want more Halloween and Michael Myers videos, man. I definitely got you guys for sure. Unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want y'all to hit me up on my social medias at ILIKESCARY on Instagram, ILIKESCARY_ on TikTok, Brandon Allen on Facebook, ILIKESCARY on Twitter, and yeah, you are right there where it says subscribe. Next to it, click join and become a member of the channel. I want you all to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace. Until next time, guys.